Hello friends, I'm back from LA. I posted my Fabric District shopping video. I will link that down below for sure, and if I can figure out how to do it, I'll link it in some sort of card situation here, but I've never used one of those, so we'll see. What? This week is short because it's Sunday and it's like 11 o'clock at night. I always start super late. I watched Game of Thrones, and I have to say, spoiler free, that it ended better than I expected it to. Like, I expected that to be kind of a mess. It was less messy than I thought it was going to be. Not necessarily what I wanted to happen, but definitely less messy than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so my goals for this week, and where this week ends on Thursday night, because that's when I post these videos, are to finish this dress to a wearable state. So like, get the boning channel in, get the closures on, get this hem done, and then I think we're in a wearable state. And that's not too much to ask for. I do have a bunch of plans this week after work. I have a play, which I think is Fiddler on the Roof, and there are like a couple of, I think I'm supposed to hot tub with my friend Wendy, who I don't see often enough. And something's happening on Wednesday, but I don't remember what that is. Anyway, this room is a disaster. So the only thing I'm going to expect of myself tonight is to like clean this room, because like stuff everywhere. Just gross. Cat hair combined with linen. So yeah, I'm going to try to get this room under control today. And hopefully that will be doable. And then I'm gonna sew these things and just get my life in order. I also have all the fabric that came from the Fabric District. Okay, it is called the Fabric District. I did identify that. Like, I looked it up online on the Fashion District website. The Fabric District is part of the Fashion District, so you can call it either thing. The Fashion District also implies like the flower mart and the fast fashion apparel area, and what I like to call as the quinceañera district, because they have all like the piñatas and the giant dress hoops and I don't, whatever you need for a quinceañera. Quinceañera? I can use the right word. Quinceañera. Sorry to any of my Spanish speaking friends, please tell me how to say that word. I went to a friend's one when I was in high school one time, and it was insane. Like, it was so awesome. That's a hell of a party, by the way, if you ever get invited to one of those. Anyway, I also have a bunch of stuff that I need to put in my book because I got them from the fabric. So I was going to show you the fabric and then also put the stuff in my book. So I have a lot of like admin to do this week, and I think it's an okay time to do the admin. Because I'm getting more stuff done this month than I thought I was going to get done, so that's helpful. Okay, I'm gonna go work on cleaning this room up and get back to you with whatever I've got. This vlog may be crazy short. I don't know. We'll see. so it took me like 20 minutes tops, maybe half an hour, and I wiped down all my surfaces and stuff. I don't think I showed me bringing Brunhilde back, but she is in fact back, and she has back. Okay, so I'm gonna now show you what I got in the LA Fabric District. I did show this on my Instagram stories, but for those of you who don't watch that, let me show you. Okay, the first thing I got is this Dupioni. It is Dupioni. It's like a little slubby, but it's not so bad, and it's kind of hidden by this plaid. So I'm pretty sure I have some other pink plaid something somewhere in my stash. There's these two same colors. So I'm like, ooh, what if I had Palladapalooza bustle dress, like 1872, just like when they were going absolutely ape nuts. Okay, so I brought something white because this color doesn't really show unless you white balance against it. There we go, that's good. Beachy Dabs, 10 yards. I got this like lavender gray and this like mauve-y color. So they had 31 yards of this and they gave it to me for 20 yards worth of money, which I think I paid $10 a yard for. I'm pretty sure I paid $10 a yard for almost all this silk. Yeah, either some of it I think might have been like, this might have been like 12. Anyway, so I thought these two would make a really great 18th century, and then since I have 31 yards of this, like I can make a bustle dress out of this with something else later. Like I was just like, yes, if you're gonna give me 31 yards of something for the price of 20 yards, okay, because I was gonna buy 15 anyway. So I think I got 10 of this and 15 of this. So next we have this Dupioni, which is like blue and purple and silver and gold and a million other awesome shades depending on the light, which doesn't really come off on camera, but I don't care that it's not period accurate. I love this color, and it's kind of a better representation of it. I might make an 18th century out of it and everyone can just suck it. I think it's Dystopia on Instagram has a Dupioni 18th century that I just find like the most gorgeous thing ever. So I'm gonna be a copycat. Then I got this and I got, oh, that's 10 yards. 12 yards of this because I have to cough. Then I got 12 yards of this because I saw it and I was like, well, if I leave that behind, I'm gonna regret that for the rest of my life. It's like this little dotted silk from Home Fabrics. It's like black almost in some lights, as you can see, and then bright red. So I thought this would be an excellent like thing to have on a bustle dress as part of the amounts of fabrics that's on a bustle dress. I love it. Evil Witch green. I could not take this. I'm pretty sure I have some other green. Every time I see this green taffeta, I buy it. So I probably have more of this, or similar. So maybe someday it'll be like a poison ivy bustle dress, we'll see. This guy, actually I kind of like these together. And part of the reason I like them together is this is actually shot green. So I'm gonna put this over here so you cannot possibly be reflecting on it. But you can see the shot in there. Like so, it reflects green, as you can see. And it's this beautiful orange rust color, which I just love. I have no idea if this is a good color for me, and I don't really care. I think it's beautiful. It probably is great on me, actually, because I'm pink by nature, so I probably go right into rust. Okay, so then we're gonna have linens and cottons. These are both linen, natural color, and stark white. And this guy's a little bit coarser than this guy. This is a little bit finer material. But I could use either one of these for like lining or underwear, or I mean I could probably make skirts out of one of them if I wanted to. I think that would be absolutely fine. Especially like 18th century skirts. Although I don't think I should ever wear a white skirt. I think that's bad for so many reasons. The least of which is my figure, by the way. the most of which is that I am a messy person. Like I wear all my food. Like it's not good. I tend to like walk and sit in places that are dirty all the time. Like I'm grubby constantly, so I don't even know how I get away with costuming. I just don't sit down. I stand the whole time. Okay, so these guys, I asked for 5 yards of this and 10 yards of this. And I think what I got, they feel actually like very similar. I either got 10 yards of both, or this one is 10 yards and that's 5 yards, because this is way heavier than that. And thicker, so I don't know. It's fine. Whatever it is fine. Like, I wasn't paying attention. I was just like, go cut this. And then I went off and looked at I looked at the silk, and then I got stuck. Okay, so this guy is not showing up on my monitor quickly, but maybe it will on when I look at it on the, you know, in Premiere. This is like a brown and purple and maybe green sort of twill that's made out of linen. And they only had like 2.5 yards of this left, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take this. I think it was like $8 a yard, by the way. All of this linen was like $8 a yard. I don't know if I said earlier, I think all the taffeta was $10 a yard, except maybe one of them was 12. It might be that one of them was, maybe that Dupioni was also 12. I'm not, maybe the 2 Dupionis were 12. Anyway, so I took this, and I also took this guy, which they had 2 3/4 yards of, and I just thought that this would make the most beautiful, like, 18th century, like, jacket. Like, maybe a, is it a caraco? Someone will tell me in the comments, because you guys are awesome about telling me that kind of stuff. I actually really love talking to you guys. You guys comment like crazy, and I love it. So please comment and let me know how to say caraco. Short 18th century jacket that is cute with a little peplum. And then last but not least, this, it's actually kind of a stiffer cotton, although when I wash it, it'll probably relax some. Just pink cotton, which, you know, bustle dress. I'm gonna make parts of bustle dress out of that maybe. I have pink and brown bustle dress fabric already, so I'm wondering if I can work this in and just make the thing like foofy AF. So anyway, this is my fabric stash porn haul situation from Comic-Con, from and I was actually gonna say costume college and not that either, from just going to the fabric district with my friend. Okay, so I really need to put all these things and the things I got last time from the fabric district, no, from when I got the garment district, those are still in bags and they're sitting right here. So I need to put all of this in my book, and then ask me where I'm gonna put these in my things. I don't know. I don't know. I bought all this fabric and I have like 0 place to put it, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. I have an 18th century like giant dress in the bottom of this cabinet, the whole bottom shelf. I'm pretty sure I could take that out and like hang it up. Probably should be hung up. Anyway, it's a Francaise and skirts and the whole 9, and yeah, it's just been stuffed in there, so maybe I should take it out and hang that up. That's a beautiful dress too. I should really do that, and then that would make some more room. So we'll see what I can do, but I gotta like measure all this and swatch it and write it out in my book and stuff like that. So I don't think I'm gonna do that tonight. Like, I don't know if I feel like doing that today, so maybe I'll do it tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. I might want to go play Zelda right now. I think I'm gonna have a pretty chill week is really what's gonna happen here, and not so that much. I am gonna try to get this gal finished, except trim. I won't do trim this week, but I'm gonna try to get her finished. And then other than that, I think I'm gonna let myself have a chill time, because I have Memorial Day weekend completely free. I've made zero plans. I'm so excited. I'm probably not gonna sew all weekend, of course, but I do want to sew a lot of the weekend, so. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it for tonight, and if I do anything more, I'll let you know. Hello, welcome to Monday. So, it is once again super late. What actually happens is I go to work and I get home super late, like 7:38 sometimes a little earlier, but usually about that time, because I go into work super late. I'm nocturnal, basically. I just want to be up all night, and so I have a job that lets me show up late and work late, so that's what I do. Anyway, so it's 11 o'clock again, so what I'm gonna do tonight is organize my fabric. I have put this in another video, my organize my fabric KonMari thing that I did earlier this year. I think it was my first video on the channel. Anyway, I have shown this before, but I'll show it again about what I'm gonna do today. It's my book. I love my book. Okay, this is my book, and it's organized into sections, so like planned projects, silks, cottons, and other things. And so if I have a planned project, I put all the fabrics that I'm going to use, that I have samples of, how much of that fabric I have, what I want to make it out of, what I'm calling it, any information that I already know in here. So here's like a couple of them, and I have to sneeze. So here's a few of them that are planned, and then if I don't have anything planned currently for it, I just put I don't put a name on it, I just put a swatch of it, how much of it I have, and what, like, if I've used it for anything else, what I use it for, so I make sure I don't make the exact same thing. Stuff like that. And then this last section that doesn't have a title, I'm gonna have for done projects. So I actually have a swatch of this fabric and the lining fabric, and I will take a swatch of my skirt, and I'm gonna write how much yardage I needed to do those things. And like this particular thing, I have this tells me what the fabric is basically, which is cool, so I'll put that in there for sure. Like I'm gonna write down what thread color I used, and then I think I'm gonna get one of those little mini photo printers that print out like your pictures from your phone basically. And they're stickers, so I'm gonna print out the picture of the gown and put it on here so that I know like what went with that. And then I was also thinking on it I should write all the things that go with a dress, like what shoes I use, if there's a wig, if there's a hat, if there's a scarf, if there's stockings, any of that kind of stuff, and put it in here so that like when I take it on a trip I have a pack list already. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Unclear. So I'm gonna give that a go. I'm gonna start doing that so that I am ready for anything basically. Okay, so this fabric I actually checked, and I do have a similar fabric, but it has gray in it, and it's a much bigger plaid, and it's just a straight like silk rayon blend probably, which is at least significantly different enough for me that I probably wouldn't use them in the same costume, although they would probably work. Yeah, I think that'd be a bit much. So Palooza is not gonna happen. Anyway, I'm gonna work on this. The thing I need to do for these is actually unfold them all, measure them out, find out how much I actually have, because like sometimes when they're measuring, you either get shorted a little bit, like not very much, but a little bit, because they're just rapidly doing it, or sometimes they give you extra. So I like to write down exactly how much I actually have and then go from there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, here's an example. So 18th century anglaise, I put the pattern, the size, which view I made, how much fabric I used for the robe, all the details I know about that fabric. It's lined in natural muslin, and the thread with the color and the style. And then for the skirt, I used this linen from Joanne Fabrics and the thread color and stuff for that. So I'm going to put this one in the done, and then I also made one for the leftover pile of that fabric because I still have like 5 yards of it left because I overbuy fabric like crazy. So if anybody ever wants extra fabric, like honestly, and you actually know me, come over, seriously. Anyway, so I have a bunch of this left. I may make a jacket out of it later, but I'm gonna put it in my like inventory. And then when my inventory changes, I just cross out what I have and write in whatever I have now. Oh yeah, so on this guy, when I have a pack list and of photos, I have to get one of those printer things. I'll either put it on the back here or I'll just add another card to the pile. And I think it's fine if there's more than one card. I mean, it's my book. doesn't need to have rules. So we'll see how it goes and what I want to do with it. We'll see. I am writing what thread I used here, and then I wrote myself a note saying that that thread was actually a little light. Like, it looks really good, but it's actually a little light. So I said maybe get a darker one, question mark. So, but I am telling myself that I have some. Okay, so now I'm gonna do that for all of these. So that's my task for this evening. I dropped one. Like somewhere in the middle, I dropped one pleat on that. So I have to do the whole thing over again. It's 27.5 yards. Okay, so things I have learned over time is Valentine's always shorts you. Like those lavender fabrics. The first one was like 9.5 and I ordered 10. And the second one he was like, oh, it's 31 yards and I'll give it to you for 20 yards. And I'm like, okay, knowing it wasn't 31 yards, despite the fact that it had like 31 yards written on it. And it's definitely like end to end because I can see the piercing holes from like the loom on both ends. So they shorted them, not Valentine shorted me, but Valentine's got shorted by whoever they bought it from too, because it was only 27.5 yards. But that's why I measure it, and that's why I buy extra. Fabrics and Fabrics actually gave me extra. So I had like 10 yards and 12 inches or something like that. So usually Valentine's shorts you, and Fabrics and Fabrics gives you a little extra, and so does Home Fabrics. So I got all the silk measured and some of the linen, but I still have a little bit to go. I have this stuff here, and then I have this stuff from New York, and then I found this random thing that I bought from someone on Etsy. Nope, Instagram. And so I need to measure all these things too. So, but my handwriting started getting atrocious. So that is my signal to cut it out and do something else. So I have about an hour before I want to go to bed. So I'm gonna try and sew ponytails in without the stitches coming through. We'll see how that goes. I found bones that are exactly the right length. So I'm just gonna sew them in and see what happens. This is period appropriate. Okay, I got bones in to the front closures, which is great. and I did it without showing stitches, although there are teeny tiny ones every now and then that come through, and I actually did them on purpose so that I could make sure it was really going all the way through and that would hold really securely. So anyway, can't see them, so that's fantastic. So I have to sew in still one armhole, and then there's the hook and eye tape here, and then just do the hem, and it will be done. So hopefully that will be happening this week also. And then I have to deal with the rest of this fabric. So I think that's doable. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. It's pretty late. See you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Tuesday. It's a little bit earlier today because I got home earlier and I took my nap earlier, so it's like 8. So that's awesome. So today I'm gonna sew that armhole in, and then I'm gonna try to sew some hook and eye tape in and see how that goes. And if we get to it, we'll do the hem, and if we don't get to it, we'll do the hem later. But getting there, want to knock this out, moving on. So yeah. And we have the sleeve set in and hooks and eyes. Tape has been placed inside and the closure looks really good to me, so I'm happy with that. I'm a little tired and kind of sore from sitting cross-legged for 3 hours doing that. So I think I might call it a night. If I go in my room and I get bored, maybe I'll come back and do something else, but I need to set the hem next. And Claudian gave me an indication about how much to take out, but it's like still gonna drag on the floor in the back, and I don't know if I love that. So I'm gonna put it on my mannequin and pin it up that much and then see how it looks. So maybe I'll do that tonight, I'm not sure, but I think I'm probably just gonna call it and do some more tomorrow night. Okay, see you guys later. Hello, it's Wednesday, so we have only the hem to go. So I am going to put this on Brunhilde. And Brunhilde's not quite as tall as me right now, so I need to make her taller also, because she fell down in her prayer position. For anyone who watches my Instagram stories knows what I'm talking about. My dress form like slid down. Like when I was in there, I walked in and it looked like Brunhilde was in prayer because she was wearing my whole gown at the time. So anyway, I'm going to move her up a little bit and then pin this sucker in and see what it looks like. Claudine wants me to take it up 2 inches from where it is and then just leave it so that the back drags on the ground. The instructions say to cut it 2 inches up from the ground, so it's not supposed to be on the ground. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna put it on the dress form and see what happens and figure that out. But I'm hoping to get the hem done tonight. We'll see. I'm like kind of astonished that she closes on this dress form because those boobs are not my boobs. Anyway, we have a hem set, so now I'm gonna iron it in and sew it and call it good, and then I'll be done. I was gonna hand sew it. I think I might do that. I think I might hand sew it, so I know that's crazy, but I think I'm there, so I'm gonna do it. Okay. And we're done. Hem is done. There she is. All done and hemmed. Okay, so after way longer than I expected, I get to do this. She is not trimmed, but she will be. I just need to be dressed first, then we'll worry about trim. So, yay. I am going to call this vlog good then, because it's really long already, because I've been editing it as I've been going. So I know that it's really long. It's Wednesday. I usually put them up on Thursday. But I have a play to go to tomorrow night. I'm going to see Fiddler on the Roof. If I were a rich man. I'm very excited about that. So I think this weekend I'm gonna start hardcore on Watson. Finish the overskirt, maybe try and get the mock-up for the bodice done. So we'll see how that goes. And all this stuff will go somewhere else for a while hung up to be paid attention to later. So anyway, I did get good news today. Costume college limited classes were announced, and I only got 2 out of the, like, I don't know, 7 that I tried for. But one of them was the Spencer class. So WooWoo, I'm gonna probably make the Spencer in that class then, which makes me feel awesome about it. Makes me feel awesome about it. Because then I can have JP Ryan's actual help in that, since she makes the patterns. Yeah, so I think that's all I have to say. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys next week with another video. Have a good one. Oh, and happy Memorial Day. Happy Ramadan to everyone who's celebrating Ramadan. I don't think I've mentioned that. Oh, I did have one more thing to say. I'm listening to the BBC full cast of Mansfield Park because I'm going to the Jam and Austin Festival and I don't know anything about Mansfield Park. There's also, I've never heard or read Persuasion, so I'm gonna watch that. I have watched Mansfield Park, the movie, but I didn't get this much out of it. Anyway, this thing's only 2.5 hours, but it's been really good. Audiobook. I also listened to another one that was about, narrated by Adam Savage, about the Mars conference, which is machine learning, I think automation, robot, and I don't remember what S is, but it's like Jeff Bezos's conference that he does. Anyway, Adam Savage went to that conference, so he talked a lot about it, and that was a fascinating listen. So yeah, been ramming through audiobooks lately. Anyway, comment down below, let me know what you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're working on, how things are going in general with you. Also, who's going to costume college? Let me know. I think I'm gonna have a thing where I'm like, can you please write your handle, your Instagram handle or YouTube or whatever you need to do on your badge, so that when I see you, I know who you are. Because there's a lot of people I don't know your actual name. Yeah, anyway, hope everyone's having a good week. See you guys later.